Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we are at property address 15947 Twin Fir Road here in Lake Oswego. We're located, and I describe everything as if you are facing the home from the street. So we're going to kind of refer to the part of the house that's facing out to the road as the front of the home, even though it's not. It's just for the sake of explaining where we are. So we are on the left side of the home from that orientation, about halfway back, or more like 3/4 of the way back. We have a 4-inch cast iron clean out here. It hides under a little paver adjacent to the hose bib. And I'm going to recommend a new cap be installed on this thing. Whoever took the old one off of here beat the heck out of it. All the threads are bent on it, and it doesn't want to thread back into place. And it's just resting on top of the line. So it's just not secure. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running, we are zeroed out, and off we go. And this is actually my second time to the sewer line here. My first video file did not save properly. So I'm going to be scooching through the line here. We have one main issue out towards the end of the line. The line's going to terminate at the main lateral at about 91 feet. As you can see, we've gone past, I think we have 3 in total joints in the clay pipe here that we are currently in. It's 4-inch clay. 4-inch clay is a great type of clay pipe. It has fern coats at the pipe joints, which are rubber gaskets. So there's the third one. You have a few joints with very, very minor settling. None of them show any signs of being exposed to the ground. And it looks like a fourth one there. The lips on those things are far too minor to affect functionality, especially in a 4-inch diameter line. Here in just a moment, we're gonna hit a concrete transition, where we swap over to what looks like 6-inch concrete, and we do have a root intrusion through that joint. There is possibly another one following it. It's just very hard to tell. The way the roots are matted in the flow line, you can't tell if another one is coming up to the following joint, but this is the first one here. Good size root. And then the roots are growing down the flow line right here to an extent I just can't tell if you've got another one after that. So to be on the safe side, if that gets repaired there, I'd recommend taking the repair to the following joint just to ensure that you get everything. And then there's the main there at 91 feet. And I've already located that. That's marked out in the road with a green T marking. I have not written depths down at this one or the root intrusion. My locates are coming in a little bit funky out there, but they come in better where the roots are. I'm getting around 5 feet deep at the root intrusion. That one I've marked with a green X. And then I marked out here at the main with a green T. And this chunk of toilet paper in the line right here is something that I originally knocked loose at the root intrusion. In fact, all that debris was sitting back there by the root. When I first came through that, I had to plow through a bit of stuff to get through that, past that joint. Line is down to just a slight trickle at this point here. We're going to start coming back in. So once you're past the root intruded area, and then possibly one that's a little questionable just after that, realistically I think all the roots are coming to the transition. Anyway, anything past that first concrete joint there all appears intact, doing its job. And the stuff right here in the cast iron right at the end is just cobwebs. Fair amount of those throughout the line here. The cast iron out here towards the end of the line, it's showing some wear and tear in the flow line, but it's still intact, flowing well. There's no settling issues. The only thing I'd recommend fixing here is that transition. Those are all cobwebs there at the top of the pipe. water still trickling through the pipe there. All that's moving water. Anyway, there's about 4 of these in total, joints like this. You can see even with water still trickling to the line, you have, that wire line doesn't even hit the base of my camera lens. You've got about a 1/16 of an inch of water for a few inches prior to about 4 joints in the clay pipe. You can see how spotless clean this clay pipe is. The roots haven't even caused a full-on blockage as it sits. Those joints are far too minor to cause flow problems. Yeah, a little bit of water still trickling to the line there. I'm going to stop periodically so you can see that. None of the water we're looking at here is standing. That fixture back inside the house just takes a minute to drain off completely. Anyway, and I've already checked my car. I do not have a replacement 3-inch cap. I do highly recommend putting one on there. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I've recorded the video twice now. I can't remember what stuff I've mentioned on the first or the second. The cap here is just resting on top of it, so it's one of those that it takes very little doing to bump that thing and open it up to the ground. After any repairs are done, make sure a rescope is performed to check the work. You want to do that rescope when the trench is buried or closed to ensure you don't miss any settling issues that may occur. And you'll see the green X out there. That is situated just to the side of the road. There's a little curb out near the street just off the side of it. The X marking is sitting right in front of that. And as you face the road, this is downhill to the left of the driveway. The line makes its way out to the road through the yard on out to the road. Never cuts into the driveway. Anyway, aside from the root intruded area there, the rest of the line here is intact, in very fair condition for its age, and functioning properly. Obviously right now with the roots in the line here, line as it sits is still functioning, but it is being hindered there by those roots. And they're good sized ones. They're ones that I would like to see corrected so they don't cause a problem.